Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
Car Talk. Live from the 35th annual NHRA Spring Nationals at Houston Raceway Park, welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on iHeart Radio. Coming up, Conrad will have his popular This Week in Auto History. We'll get you updated on the stories making car news this week and more stars from the NHRA. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Presented by Toyota Gazoo Racing North America. And we thank you for joining us. We're coming to you live from the Top Eliminator Club here in Houston, Texas. And it's been an interesting morning. And have you noticed that as the morning progresses, the sportsman racer keep getting louder and louder?
Yeah.
Because they keep getting to the louder, bigger and badder and faster cars throughout the morning. So.
Yep. Well, you know, one of the cool things about doing this here in the Top Eliminator Club is as the drivers talk to us, when they step off stage, you know, the people that are in here get a little bit of access. You know, I just watched Antron probably sign 10 or 15 autographs,
small kids,
took pictures with everybody. You know, it was really pretty neat. And that's something you have at an NHRA event that you really, and I've been to a number of NASCAR events, I've been to IndyCar events, you don't have that kind of access to the drivers at those other racing venues that you do here at NHRA. I mean, you can go stand at their pits and talk to them, they'll get out and sign autographs. Heck, if you know who they are, they're walking through the pits, they'll stop and talk to you. Generally, you know, they have a pen on them, or if they don't, you do. Yeah. They're more than happy to sign autographs for you.
How many autographs have you gotten on your Goodyear hat?
All of them. There's a hat in front of me that I've had for several years, getting autographs from NHRA drivers and getting more today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got one from everybody who sat down.
I've got pictures.
You don't have my autograph on.
Well, no, I've got other things.
He has other pictures of you, John.
You know, but
that worries me.
You can get access to the NASCAR guys, but you got to pay for it.
You have to pay for it.
Well, yeah, you got to pay to get in the garage. And even once if you do pay for that level of garage access, they don't. I don't know if that's by accident or on purpose, but yeah, they don't give you a lot of time.
Try doing that at a basketball game.
Well, you know, I mean, I've been at the Chevy stuff, and they'd walk Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon and Earnhardt and stuff through, and a couple of them would stop and chat with you, but most of them had their entourage, their handlers with them, and you really didn't have access to them. But, you know, that's the beauty of coming to an NHRA event is that kind of access to the crew chiefs as well as the access to the cars. Right. I'm still a lover of standing behind a nitro car when they start it up and get that little rain shower of nitro. Your eyes are burning. You can taste it in your mouth.
Yes.
You know, it's a thrill that probably has negative health impacts in the short term, but I love it.
So like being on a honeymoon or something.
Some sort of a brain malfunction after you smell that for a while.
I got a mason jar. I'm taking some home with me.
Are your brains in a mason jar?
Yeah, that too.
You going to take some home with you?
Well, if you're wondering why we're padding time, because Erica had said that she was going to stop by at 10:30, and we just got word that she's stuck in traffic.
No, she lives in Houston.
Yeah. So there's that. But I can tell you that you're right. This is a full access event. No matter what level of ticket that you buy, whether you buy one of these that gets
general admission or
whatever it is, everybody has the same access to all of the drivers in the pits over there, and it's a rather unique thing in racing, and you just don't find that everywhere.
But with that access, you need to pay attention as well, because when they're running between rounds and they're coming in hot, you need to get out of their way. You need to be conscious of cars moving in and out.
And I think that most people are.
Well, if you've been to an event, you know to be. And there's enough other people around you, especially me, that'll tell you what to do. You know that about this morning.
Or in your case, telling me what to do.
Slap me, please.
Yes.
Oh, we're bringing Kathy in for that, special.
No, that would be slapping him.
Yeah, special appearance.
Yeah.
But people still have time to come out and watch second and third round qualifying.
Yes, that's today, and then of course tomorrow is final eliminations, and the times are a bit different. So this is not like a circle track race where we're going to get the green flag at 11:15. It's not that way. Today it's eliminations. I'm sorry, today's qualifying, and so first round actually this would be the second round, but the first round today of qualifying goes at 1, and then later on today, I think it's at 4:15 is when they do what we'll say the third round of qualifying, but the second round today.
And qualifying, you know, if you've never been to an event, qualifying is great to come to because you will actually watch more passes in qualifying because you're going to have 18 cars in Top Fuel that are trying to qualify. You've got 19 cars in Funny Car that are trying to qualify. So
that's all for 16 slots.
Right. So you're going to see more passes in the qualifying rounds, but you want to come see the challenge of getting down the track for eliminations where I have to be first in front of that other guy next to me, that other driver next to me, and I'm going to get there at all costs, which sometimes means boom in these nitro cars.
Well, they don't program it to do that, and they don't want it to go boom because when it goes boom, it's extremely expensive.
Well,
sometimes
you don't
it
necessarily win the race either. But that's what I was telling I've got some granddaughters that haven't been to one of these races. They're coming to the race, and the question was Saturday or Sunday. Oh, Sunday's the finals, No, you should come on Saturday for that very reason. There's more cars, there's going to be more races, it's more important tomorrow, true, but if you really want the grandkids to experience it, they need to come today.
Well, one of the things also that you need to keep in mind during qualifying, even though there are two cars going down the track at the same time, they're not really racing each other, they're racing the clock.
They just want to set the lowest time available or that they can to get themselves in the top 16 so that they race tomorrow.
Yep.
And then as they race tomorrow, that's where, it's you win or you go home.
Yeah.
But it's fun. This is
Have you ever done drag racing?
Well, just piddling around with cars I've owned and other
Well, that's
cars
what I'm
people
talking
have
about.
owned.
I mean, you're taking it down the quarter mile.
Yeah. Well, quarter mile and some 8th mile stuff. Yeah.
I've never done the 8th mile.
No, I haven't either.
What have you done, Mars?
Quarter mile.
Oh, that.
You remember he had the Shelby Mustang and the SS 396 Chevelle used to keep blowing up.
Yep, we tried to run big blocks.
Change the engines under a tree.
Now, did you happen to have a drag strip over there in Neaterville?
Actually, we did for a while. The Golden Triangle Drag Strip. Actually, they actually brought a few cars in. It was renowned for its shutdown area. That if you were doing much over 100 when you got there, then you had to be really careful because it had a lot of whoop-de-doos in it. It'd slow you down real
What's
quick.
the one up by Silsby? That's an 8th mile track, isn't it?
No, in Evadale. No, it's a quarter mile track. It wasn't there. I never raced there.
Evadale.
Evadale. Up
Well,
there.
That's a city?
We've had him on the show.
Yeah, we talked to him a couple of
And
times.
a lot of the what you see on Street Outlaws, they hold a lot of not Street Outlaws events, but a lot of those Street Outlaw guys go out there and test. I know Scott Taylor's out there testing, and when they have big events and stuff, he'll show up. I was interested to hear Seth talk about that they're going to have a NPK event here in June, and trying to figure
Of what?
No Prep Games. It's that Street Outlaw stuff.
No, as much
And
as
I wanted to ask Seth on the air if we could come out, but I think we're in somewhere else that same weekend.
I have to tell you that I love drag racing. It is my motorsport for me, but I just can't get into that.
Well, the No Prep Kings is light, not with all that goofy hand drop chases the race baloney.
But what you see on TV is all of this trash talk and drama, and I'm like going, no.
I just want to see racing.
Yeah, I don't care about all that stuff. Well, he did this and she said that, and what? I don't care about any of that stuff.
Agreed.
And our own prima donna.
Yep. Well, he's right, because I don't want to see it either.
Donna, the prima donna.
Okay, hey, don't forget the tippy waitress.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Do you sit there and watch 30 minutes of that? It's like watching the Kardashians.
No, I don't watch the Kardashians.
But you watch No Prep Kings?
Oh, I watch all the Street Outlaw stuff. I mean, but for me, I'm sitting there working on my computer and my TV's on. You know, so yeah, that's
On a
where
car
I'm
channel,
at.
'cause I do the same
But
thing.
you got to remember too, I'm the kind of guy that will watch diners, drive-ins, and dives for like 6 hours in a row every other weekend.
That is real sick.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't like that guy.
Oh.
Talk about a prima donna.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. I've gone to a lot of those places. I love eating at those. Oh gosh, there's got to be 20 of them here in Houston. I've probably been to 10 of them here.
That
in
have
Houston.
been on diners,
But
drives, and dives.
Yeah, but I haven't eaten haggis at the I like the Camaro. I don't know if I'll ever go eat haggis anywhere.
Ugh. That's that Scottish.
Oh, it's stomach that they pack with organ meat.
Yeah, I just
and
can't.
grind it all up.
just
No.
can't.
Alrighty, and for those of you in line for lunch,
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this week in automotive history while we have an
queued up,
opportunity?
baby. Let's do this.
Are you good with that?
Oh yeah. In 1927, the
First regular production Volvo nicknamed Jacob left the assembly line in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Gothenburg. I think it's
No, it's
Gutenberg.
Guten, whatever.
And there it is.
Hey,
oh
you
my
know
God!
what?
And
Well,
look at that thing in the radiator, just
you know
like
what?
it is today.
And that has been their traditional design in the radiator from day one, is that diagonal slash across the radiator.
Do
Tub
they
it
name
out.
all the cars?
Tub it out and throw
And
an
the
LS
trucks,
in it.
you look at their tractor trailers, they do the same thing in that.
No, I'm talking about name them. Do they name them all? That was
Yeah,
Jacob.
well, this one was Jacob. Or Jacob, I'm not real sure.
Yeah, Jacob.
In 1924, Rand McNally released its first comprehensive road atlas. And today, Rand McNally is the largest maker of atlases in print.
Who
and
uses
electronic-
atlases? Who
Nobody
uses?
anymore.
I'm just going to say nobody.
But you got to remember, this was different than the map you got at Texaco, because this you didn't have to fold up
Yeah, you had to
and
turn
wad
the
up in a ball.
pages, yeah.
Right. And then in 1955,
Can you still buy a map like at
Yeah.
Houston, Texas, or of Texas?
Rand McNally-
No. A folding map that you used to get free at
I
the
haven't
gas
seen
station.
one in years. I don't know
No,
if they're still out there. I imagine
I'll work
they
on
are
that
somewhere.
this week. I'll work on finding one.
They never had those over there in Neaterville, did they, Mars?
They used
We
to give
didn't
them
need
out free
No,
oh
you
yeah,
didn't.
we could get them free at the station. You know, you could get a Texas map or wherever
at the Texaco station.
at the Texaco
I'll
station.
just look at Mike's glove box next time. We'll find one.
In 1955, Volkswagen of America was established in Englewood, New Jersey.
I like that.
So, you know, they've been selling cars in the United States, but they hadn't established Volkswagen of America. And that was actually the same year that Volkswagen produced its 1 millionth car for the first time. And they were building 1,000 cars a day at one point back in 1955, which was a lot. In 1964, the Ford GT40 made its first public appearance. And, you know, if you've watched Ford versus Ferrari, great historical, to me, a great movie to watch, but to talk and give the story about how Shelby developed the GT is pretty amazing. And on its first day in practice for Le Mans, Ford brought 2 cars to test, and both ended up wrecked.
Yeah. Well, if they're running in the rain, that's no surprise.
Also in 1964, Gail Wise drove off the lot in the first Ford Mustang. She became the first person to buy the pony car, and she actually bought it the day before it was released to the public, because it wasn't released to the public until the next day. And one of the places that it was displayed on the public release was the 1964 World's Fair.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Oh, yeah,
I was there. I was there.
Did you go to the World's Fair?
In 1964 up in New York.
Oh, I think it's 1864.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
that was Don.
Janesville, Wisconsin earned its place in automotive history in 1967 when they built the Nantucket Blue Chevy Caprice, and that was General Motors' 100 millionth vehicle, and it came out with a 396 in it.
Well,
And it's still in the collection.
my brother actually worked at the Janesville assembly plant. Okay, we can stop now.
Well, one more. When the checkered flag fell in 2008, that was Danica Patrick's first and only win in the IndyCar series, and she was the only female winner of an IndyCar event.
We have
a female winner.
That was the setup.
That was the setup.
Yeah.
We have a female winner here. Pro Stock driver, four-time Pro
World
Stock
champion.
Erica Enders, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You know, I've been trying to get you on this show for years.
I know. They always mess up my schedule.
Well, now it's not her.
She is running around like a crazy person.
Is she?
Yes.
That would be,
I think
that would
that's
be
normal.
I've gotten
that away.
I have gotten my butt chewed all morning.
Have you? Well, that's not going to happen here.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Ray Ray.
It is Ray Ray. Yes, it is. In some circles, it is. I was called that a lot yesterday. I'm going, who? Yeah, well, that would be me. So how are things going over there at Elite Motorsports?
They're awesome. We're sitting in the number 2 position right now. We did not make a stellar run yesterday, which was unfortunate because it would have been really cool to be on top here at my hometown. But we have 2 runs today to try to position ourselves a little bit better. But when I joined Elite Motorsports in 2014, I signed on for a limited schedule. We planned to run 15 of the 24 events, and we went on to win the World Championship that year. So from a 1-car part-time team to now, 9 years later, we have a 7-car operation, and it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
To say the least, it's pretty crazy. I wanted to talk to you about your history here at this track. And I know that this is going to be hopefully a happy weekend, but also maybe a little tear to the eye because this is your place.
This is my place. Before I started racing junior dragsters when I was 8 years old, we grew up watching my dad run out here in the sportsman ranks. So this place is home for a lot of memories for us, but a few that stand out were the first junior dragster final I was ever in was an all-girl final, my first race, and we were able to win that. I won my first national event Wally here in Super Gas in 2004. I got to race my college roommate and best bud at the time, Jonathan Johnson, in the finals, so that was really cool. And then we won Pro Stock here in 2014 and 2015, and the 14 event was the first one my dad got to see in person. So
Cool.
This place, it means an awful lot to me. I'm certainly sad to see it go, but, hopefully all the stars will line up. We can carry our momentum from our Las Vegas win a couple weeks ago and park that Melling Performance car in the winner's circle here.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody here is pulling for you, and we have a special place in our heart for you, and me especially, because we go back a ways and been on the road together in the 2006 season. Our old pal Rob Geiger and let's not forget Seth Angel here. I mean, this is home, this is family, and a lot of memories, and it's so good to be home, and it feels comfortable here, doesn't it to you?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
I love rolling in here and just the familiarity of it, and we've been up and down this racetrack thousands and thousands of times, literally. Yeah. So, we have a ton of data here. My crew chiefs, they seem to have a great handle on all of our cars. So, again, just hopeful for a successful weekend. But again, super sad. I wish we could change the outcome and we could race here forever. But
what's it like being a 4-time champ and going to all these different cities and all of the media that wants your attention and they want an interview like us, and it's hard to please everybody, isn't it?
It definitely is. You're pulled in a lot of different directions, and that's probably the most challenging part. No, not at all. I would love to do this show all the time. And I used to call in on Saturdays or Sundays when you guys were out doing those car shows. So, it's definitely demanding. That's a way more challenging part of it than actually getting behind the wheel and doing your job. But I will say that this media tour this week, I've been in Houston all week long, and it has been my absolute favorite, the absolute best media tour of my 18-year professional pro stock career. We had a blast. We were on all the major affiliates, ABC, NBC, Fox, and then I was able to throw out the first pitch at the Astros game.
I saw that.
Well, I'm a better race car driver than I am a ball player, but everybody's like, was it a strike? I'm like, no, it was more like a ball, but it was so cool to be down there on the field, growing up a Houstonian. They're obviously my favorite MLB team, and Got to meet the Houston Dash girls. We went to their stadium, the PNC Stadium in Houston the other day, and we're having 5 of their players out today to watch the drag races, which is super cool.
That'll be an experience they've never had before.
Their president was like, they've been known to get a little rowdy. I said, well, they haven't met my bunch at Elite Motorsports yet. So.
Welcome to the NHRA.
Exactly. It's definitely rowdy when you pull in the gate. So it's just it's been a whirlwind of a week, and I feel so blessed to have the opportunities, and it's been super exciting, man. I hate that it's going away.
Yeah. So we had Seth on earlier, and he cracked a big smile when he said he might have beat you a couple of times.
Yeah, he
in,
did say that.
Junior
But
Dragsters.
he did say that you beat him more.
Way more than he beat
he was
you.
happy.
He backed up a little
Yeah.
bit when he did that. Yeah.
Well, we grew up with Seth and his brother Derek, and running out here at their track with my sister Courtney and a whole bunch of other kids that we've seen throughout the weekend this far. They come by the pit and say hi, but
How cool
it's
was
like
that?
I mean it's awesome. I'm going to age myself a little, but for 31 years I've been racing something here. So you get to know a lot of people and you get to gain a lot of friends. So it's cool to see it all come full circle.
Let's talk about your sister's videos.
Yeah, where is she?
And I have to tell you that there's something that draws me into those videos that are online, on Facebook in particular. And those especially driving back from the winner's circle and driving the car back. And I think that you call it...
Hashtag D that BB.
drive that bitch back. And I have to tell you that it is so much fun. And I don't want the video to end. Because it always ends once you get to the pits. No, she needs to get out of the driver or out of the passenger seat, which there is none. She needs to get out and take it all the way in.
All right. Well, I'll pass that along to her. But I mean that originated not too long ago. It was Charlotte 2018, and Pro Stock is so about finesse, and our clutches are so sensitive. You don't want to put heat in them. You just want to be really super cautious with everything, right? And especially the motors, if you get too hot, it does some damage. So it was always like a big no-no. Well, we won Charlotte, and this was 2 years after our Mopar debacle. So we went from winning back-to-back world championships to absolutely sucking as bad as you can. And we went from number 1 in the world to number 9 in the world, and had there been more than 16 cars on properties that we would go to, we wouldn't have been in the show at all. So going from back-to-back world championships to not doing well at all to being able to park it back in the winner's circle again, it was just a kind of a way to celebrate. And my lead engine builder, Jake Hairston, was like, you better drive this bitch back to the pit. And I was like shocked, right? And so we did it, and it kind of stuck. So after that first race, like we had, I don't know, 500,000 hits on this video, and my sister's like, man, this is crazy. So we made t-shirts. People were requesting t-shirts and hats and stuff, so it kind of took off like wildfire, and since then we've won a handful of times, probably 10 or 15, and it's been a blast.
A handful.
Well, I want to turn my attention now, just a moment if I can, to your sister. Because I don't know, she's not in here, I don't think.
Yeah, she went that way.
I know that you give her a lot of credit, but I don't think that she really gets the credit that she deserves, because she does everything. She is like your shadow, and she's always behind the camera. And she needs to be in front of the camera more often, because, I mean, she's such a part of you. And when I think of you, I always think of Courtney.
Yeah.
You two are like
we're the duo.
The bread and the butter,
Yeah.
And so I give her all the credit for your PR. You couldn't have a better PR person.
No, absolutely, and it's also nice to have somebody that you trust. And like, if I don't have time or I'm on a plane I can't get her a quote, she'll make one up because she knows how I talk and what I would say, and I can trust her that it's not going to be something stupid. And, but yeah, she does a ton of work on top of doing all my PR and social media. She manages the team. She runs tickets. She's basically the ultimate hype girl, and she keeps me in positive mental attitude state. And even
does a great job of it.
She's awesome. I mean, even on the days I don't believe in myself, she makes me believe in myself. So I'm really lucky to have her. And then I'm on the road with 38 guys with 7 cars, right? And it's nice to have another chick around.
Yeah, no doubt. And especially your sister that you've been so tight with all these years. Yeah, exactly. So what are you looking forward to today? What do you anticipate the track going to be like, the setup, all of that? Because, I have to tell you that I saw a video that you guys had to do an engine swap. And I don't believe I've ever seen your hands as dirty as they were that day.
Yeah, I mean, it gets pretty intense. It's not like the top fuel and funny car stuff, but when we come back, like if there's something more wrong than a broke valve spring, or we got to shim a push rod. If it's more internal than that, we just pull the motor completely out, and we have, you know, in each trailer 3 under the bench. So we have backups, and when we know something's wrong, or if the data pulls up on the computer and it's not right, or if we leak it and it leaks more than, you know, 5, 8, 10% on one cylinder, we'll just yank it out. And so we're in between rounds. So I think the one you're talking about is a few years back here at Houston, and we're heading into the semifinals, and we go to fire just to make sure that the spark plugs hit. We do that every run before we pull out of the pits, and we got a lifter. So we like looked at each other, and it was like totally quiet, and I'm like, we have to try, you know. So the guys all jumped in, guys on my other teams jumped in, and in 11 minutes we had a new motor in the car. They had already called us to the staging lane, so we had, in 11 minutes, a new engine in the car, fired up, ready to go. We won the semifinals and ended up winning the race. So it's also a testament, just don't give up, right? You're already late. They're saying you're not going to make it, but you just try.
But what a testament to the team.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But don't go to your dealership and expect them to change your
No, definitely not. They'll try to sell you a cabin filter or something.
What are you driving?
Now I just got a new Grand Wagoneer. I'm not a Dodge person, hate them, but never owned a Jeep or anything like that. But I was in a Tahoe and then an Expedition, and you can't buy new cars, and the ones that we wanted were 20 over sticker, and so we went and looked at this one, and I was like, well, the inside's like super badass. I love it. The outside it's growing on me a little bit, but the inside's
Mars,
killer.
she's
Yeah, but that's the
driving
newest
a Grand
thing in the market
Wagoneer.
too.
I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Chevrolet for my free Tahoe. So
Yeah, well, there you go. There's that.
there's that. Yeah.
Okay. I know that we're all welcomed into your hospitality area down there at Elite Motorsports.
Absolutely.
So, we will see you later on today. Good luck.
Cool. Thank you for
And
having me on.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it. Okay.
You guys have fun
Eric
today.
Anders, 4-time world
Thank you.
champion, Pro Stock. All right. Time.
Time now for a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching and listening to the In Real Time Car Talk Show on iHeart Radio.
Father's Day weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. It's the next Tailpipes
Thank
and
you,
Tacos Cruise-In, and you're invited. Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition will be at the same Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. It's the only place cruisers compete for trophies and other prizes. Enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos and adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It all happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Kick off summer with Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition, Saturday, June 18th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate Father's Day, the start of summer, and the return of Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, June 18th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting.
Tony Stewart Racing joins the NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series, and his drivers, Leah Pruitt and Matt Hagan, will face off against NHRA stars including the legendary John Force Racing Team. Don't miss this battle of horsepower and performance. It's the final NHRA Spring Nationals event at Houston Raceway Park. Don't miss it this weekend. This is your last chance for nitro action in Baytown. Tickets at HoustonRaceway.com.
The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 car talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best car talk show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Real Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite car talk team. In Real Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InWheelTime. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.